Without WikiLeaks, you only get this.
This government does not torture people.
Sir, I don't recall when the decision was made.
I don't recall that I gave instructions to that effect.
Well, let's see.
You know,
2/3 of Americans say it's not worth fighting.
So?
we won't be proven wrong.
God, what a shitty deal. God, what a piece of crap. When you hear your own employees or read about those in the emails, do you feel anything?
I think that's very unfortunate to have on email.
One thing we know is that he had a weapons program.
I don't know anybody that I can think of who has contended that the Iraqis had nuclear weapons.
We believe he has, in fact, reconstituted nuclear weapons.
It could come in the form of a mushroom cloud.
We know where they are. They're in the area around Tikrit and Baghdad and east, west, south, and north somewhere.
We thought he had weapons of mass destruction. It turns out
There are a lot of people who lie and get away with it, and that's just a fact.
Please support WikiLeaks.
I'm a former U.S. Air Force intelligence specialist, and I support WikiLeaks.
My name is Mike Preisner, Iraq War veteran, former military intelligence specialist, and I support WikiLeaks.
Often people are reluctant to come forward with information, fearful of repercussions.
WikiLeaks makes us take a step back and question the government. And if the government wants to silence that, that is undemocratic.
I, along with many other young Canadians, are calling on the U.S. government to cease attempted prosecution of Julian Assange and WikiLeaks.
This is not the American way.
I am Brandon Neely, an Iraq war veteran, former Guantanamo Bay prison guard, and whistleblower. I have to ask these questions. Why did my government dishonor me and every American by feeding us all lies? Why won't my government tell the world the truth?
The deception is historic and continuous. Does the government want you to know that it has killed innocent civilians in Afghanistan? Of course not. Does it want you to know that it has dispatched hit squads to kill civilians in Afghanistan that it hates and fears in violation of American law, Afghan law, and international law? Of course not.
Organizations like WikiLeaks keeps governments in check. It forces our politicians to live in a glass house where every corrupt deal, every cover-up, and every lie can and will be exposed. Organizations like WikiLeaks are an important part of the democratic system because it forces the government to be transparent, whether it wants to or not.
I think the more we know, the better it is for all of us, even the president.
Don't fight it.
If you have nothing to hide, what's the big deal?
It's a matter of change.
I support WikiLeaks.
I support WikiLeaks. My name's Ryan.
You can embrace it.
I'm Aspen Farrer, U.S. citizen, and I support WikiLeaks.
We grew up with technology, and you guys did not.
You need to rethink this assault on the freedom of the press.
At the end of the day, you will lose.
I don't think it's right for governments to assume, any government to assume that they have international control over something as free as information.
It is not possible to go back to the times when the earth was flat. It is also not possible to go back to the times when information was on paper.
And that's why I stand with WikiLeaks.
And I approve this message.
Oh, what do you reckon?
Stand up for our democratic rights. Stand up for the idea that we have a right to know the truth.
It's not worth fighting.
So?